Well, good evening, y'all. Welcome back one more time to Apron Strings. I'm glad to have you in the kitchen with me. I don't know what's been wrong with me lately, but I like cornbread, and I've wanted cornbread nearly every day. And I found I've made Mexican cornbread, where you have your cornbread with the meat in the middle and cornbread on the top. Well, I have another recipe that I found that I really want to try, and it's cowboy cornbread. And everything's mixed together and baked. Then you serve it with your sour cream and picante or pico de gallo or whatever you want on the top. So I've already got a little bit of a jump start, and behind me here I have some onions wilting down, and my meat was frozen. So I got a big old hunk of frozen ground beef right here, thawing it with the heat on low where it won't burn on the bottom. And I'm going to get this cooked off, and then we'll get our cornbread made and in the oven where we can have something to eat. But I just like cornbread. When I was a kid, I'd rather have cornbread than anything. And Mama told me I'd have made it real good during the Depression because, you know, that's about all they had. She said, I like cornbread with jelly and butter like for breakfast. And she said, they had that, but it's because they're so poor they couldn't afford flour to make biscuits. So guess I'm a country girl that likes the best part of stuff. I love cornbread. So I'm going to let this meat thaw and brown, and then I'll bring y'all back and we'll get it put together. You know, this is a little bit of a cheater again. I'm going to use the Morrison's corn kits instead of making up my own cornbread. And actually the recipe did call for 2 boxes or packages of cornbread mix, but I really like that Morrison's, and they had them on 3 for $1, so that's pretty cheap. But we have to add our milk and eggs, so we're going to have a little bit of the regular stuff in it. But anyhow, let the meat get brown, and then we'll get the cornbread all put together and see what we got going on when we get it fixed and can make a plate. Okay, y'all, my beef and my onion are ready. So we need to open up the Rotel tomatoes, and we use them undrained. And we need a can of whole kernel corn, and I need to drain the corn. And we need a can of pinto beans, undrained. A package of taco mix, and we're going to put this into our meat mixture over here. All of this is going to go in the meat mixture. Plus a cup of cheese. Then we're going to mix up our cornbread, and I'll tell you what we do next when I get that done. My taco mix. And my beans. Corn. I wish I had had time to roast it on the grill. That would have been really good. And the Rotel tomatoes. Put all the garbage together. Now I just need to stir this up and blend it good. Get the taco seasoning all around in it. Pretty. I drained quite a bit of fat and liquid off of this meat. I've got about a pound of meat. The package that I was browning was a pound .90, so I just dipped out what I thought was half of it. And okay, I've got this done. So the next thing we need to do is to add a cup of shredded cheese. And just, I guess, let that melt in there. What do y'all think? Wouldn't you melt if you was in a hot skillet? Now, if you don't have the Rotel brand tomatoes, that's just tomatoes with green chilies in them. So you can make your own. I have a video of making Rotel. or you can buy a different brand or whatever. Okay, I'm going to let this, come to heat. And while that's doing, we're going to mix up our cornbread. And I've just got 2 packages of the Morrison's cornbread kits. 2/3 of a cup of milk, and I may need a little bit more milk. I may need a little more milk because some of the brands of cornbread mix only calls for 1/3 of a cup. This Morrison's calls for 2/3 cup of milk per package. So I'll see how much liquid I have here. 2 eggs. That's pretty and orange. You just get this mixed up and then you mix it in with the onion mixture and the meat mixture. And you bake it. I'm using a Swedish dough hook again that I got at Sur La Table. I really like this thing. I think, y'all, I'm going to add a little bit more milk to mine. I'm going to add about 1/3 of a cup more maybe. Because it will cook and tip y'all around while I get milk out of the ice box. Yeah, that's looking more like it. Okay, it's about mixed, so I'm going to use my spatula to make sure I have all the dry ingredients mixed from the bottom. And I do. Now I've got my 9x13 pan sprayed with kitchen spray, ready to put the casserole in. And this is heated through good. Now I'm going to add, guess what, some garlic powder because it didn't call for any garlic. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon, maybe 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. And just for good measure, I'll add some onion powder. And I'll mix that in good before I get it in the cornbread. How's that? Okay, about the time I was stirring everything up, my memory card was full. So what I'm fixing to do now, I've mixed it all together, and I'm going to put this over into my cornbread mixture and stir them all together and get them in the oven to bake. And I'll just get this all mixed up together real good. You could put your jalapeno pepper in here if you wanted to. And I intended to, but it's a little bit too late now. Okay, this just looks like goulash or something. But we'll see how it turns out. I know it's going to be yummy. You know those muffins that were so popular, or I don't remember what they called them, but it was cheese and sausage, and it might have some flour biscuit or something in it. And you would cook them. We usually had them at Christmas time. That's what this reminds me of. Okay, this is going into a 425 degree oven for about 45 minutes, but I'll be watching it to be sure that the timing is right on it. Turn my oven light on. I'll be back in a little bit with a pan of cornbread casserole that I think y'all are going to love. Okay, I got it out of the oven. I've let it cool a little bit. And y'all, I couldn't wait. I come over here and snitched me a little bite in the corner. And it's so good. I can't wait to get some plated up and get some picante or pico de gala and sour cream on it. I'll be back in a minute. I wanted to show y'all the inside of from a side view. See the tomatoes and the corn and the beans? Y'all, that is moist, flavorful, hearty, and delicious. I'm going to plate some up and put like we're going to eat it, with the salsa and the sour cream on it, and show y'all what it looks like. Well, thank y'all so much for coming in the kitchen and visiting with me. But this is a really good casserole, bread, whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. And I wish to goodness I had a cooked pot of pinto beans to go with it. That would just be the icing on the cake. But I didn't do that. So we're just going to have this and maybe a salad. I just want some of this with sour cream and pecani like I showed you on Troy's serving. That's how I'm going to fix mine. But anyway, y'all come back in a day or two. I've got some more good stuff coming up. Think you'll enjoy it. And please share my channel with your friends. We're not that far from 10,000. And I'm so excited. We're going to have a good giveaway at 10,000. Share the videos. If you like them, please give me a thumbs up. That's really good. I like to get lots of thumbs up. And be sure that you hit that bell so you'll know when I put another video up. Because I might get more than 2 or 3 a week. You know, I might get all fired up and do a bunch. And you want to be sure to not miss one of them. The good Lord bless and keep y'all. And I will see you back in a day or two.